You ever get the feeling that the biggest story isn't the fight itself? It's everything happening before the first punch is even thrown? Because that's exactly where this gets interesting. Everyone is talking about Canelo Alvarez returning to the ring against Christian Mbilli, but fans online are saying there's a much bigger story unfolding behind the scenes and...
Pero es aquí, ¿ok? Porque mira, si la tienes aquí, no, te puedes, le haces así y te puedes voltear, si hace poquito, por eso siempre es aquí, y aquí, aquí, pum, pum, pam, y luego es aquí, pum, pam, pam.
Ah, les pieds loin en avant sur la machine.
Honestly, the timing has people raising eyebrows. Just when critics started asking whether Canelo's era was slowing down, suddenly the cameras catch him back in training looking locked in, focused, and almost like a man with something to prove. Coincidence? Maybe.
Mexicans over there, Jaime Munguia and Canelo Alvarez, who are very important over there. What is your opinion about Canelo and Munguia?
Canelo and Munguia are very good fighter. I think they are the top three. The top three, top two of the division. For me, I will be very proud to fight them. Now, let's see. I'm going to talk with my team. Maybe we can make something together, a big fight.
You are in a very dangerous zone now.
Yeah. Now I have to be ready. Now I am the guy that everyone want to fight because I'm the world champion. But I will be ready to put big fight.
One message for Canelo. What's the message for you, Canelo? What's that?
I don't have any message, but you know, I'm very admirative in his career. He's a very good fighter, and I hope I'm going to fight him very soon.
So can you be able to fight Canelo in September in Saudi Arabia?
I hope. I hope. Right now, for me, I think Canelo is Crawford is retired now. Canelo is still the number one, and I think he's still the more dangerous fighter. And I hope maybe we can fight. I'm going to talk with my team. If you have opportunity, we can take it.
How is your promotion? Have you been with Top Rank? Are you been with Top Rank?
Yeah, I am with Ivor Tiger and Top Rank.
The fight with Shiraz fell through, bad luck that, but do you think it's inevitable down the road or not?
I don't know. My team said that Shiraz want to fight maybe Pachenko. I cannot blame him. You know, I'm very dangerous fighter that Pachenko, but
Or maybe this comeback is about far more than one championship belt. And before anyone jumps to conclusions, this is all based on interviews, public statements, and online speculation. But the internet has been connecting dots faster than ever. Canelo isn't just returning. He's returning after surgery, after losing his undisputed status, after hearing months of criticism, and somehow that has turned one boxing match into what feels like the biggest redemption movie of the year. But wait, because this is where things take a wild turn. Christian Mbilli isn't showing up like someone grateful for the opportunity. Not even close. He's talking like someone who believes destiny finally knocked on his door. Reports suggest Mbilli believes this is the perfect moment to face Canelo. Not because he doesn't respect him, but because experience eventually catches everyone. That's confidence. Or is it calculated psychological pressure? Suddenly, fans are split right down the middle. One side says Canelo is about to remind the world why he's still boxing's biggest superstar. The other side thinks Mbilli might be walking into the biggest upset of the decade. And somehow both arguments sound convincing. Fake breaking news! The comment section has officially become more competitive than the actual press conferences because every new training clip creates another wave of theories.
You obviously have always been on the short list to fight Canelo. Eddie Reynoso earlier this year said, they would consider fighting you. Now that he lost and does not have any of the titles, do you think you're even closer to fighting Canelo Alvarez next year?
It will be a privilege to fight Canelo. I'm open for everyone. To have a big name. Like Canelo, I will be very happy. I'm gonna see if I have this privilege, I will be very happy to fight Canelo.
What was your assessments of Canelo's performance? A lot of people said, heading into this fight, he's getting old, he's past his prime, he's not the same. Do you think his performance just stamped that?
I think Canelo is very old right now. Canelo is not the same Canelo like 10 years before or 5 years before. That's normal. This guy has been professional. He started professional. 50 years. He was 15 years old. He's not the same Canelo, but he's still dangerous. He's still a good fighter. I think he's top 3, top 2 of the division. He's still a very good boxer, but right now he's getting old. It's a good time for me to fight him.
How do you think a fight with him would go? You and him.
Let's do it. We're gonna see. Let's do it. We're gonna see. Of course, I'm coming. I'm coming to put big show like every fight, and I will be there to win.
With what do you think Canelo did wrong against Crawford? What was that one big thing he couldn't fix, you think?
I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm not a coach. I'm not like a big analyst, but I'm not a coach. I cannot say anything like this. You have put his strategy. Crawford have better strategy, maybe.
One video drops and people scream, "Canelo looks faster." Another clip appears and someone replies, "Mbilli is exactly the style that causes problems." Nobody can agree on anything anymore, and somehow that makes this entire build-up even bigger. But here's where the story starts twisting again. Canelo himself doesn't sound like someone interested in proving critics wrong. Instead, he keeps repeating that he wants to prove something to himself. That's a completely different mindset. Fans expected anger, they expected revenge. Instead, they got calm confidence. Sometimes that's more dangerous than trash talk. Because when someone stops arguing with critics and starts focusing only on the mission, that's usually when surprises happen. But don't click away yet, because another layer just dropped into this already chaotic puzzle. Mbilli isn't hiding his strategy either. He's openly talking about relentless pressure, non-stop combinations, constant aggression, and making every second uncomfortable. That's not subtle.
Like Mbilli, tough guy, come bring the pain. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. But Canelo gonna catch and shoot on his ass all night long. Uppercuts, hooks. Oh, it's gonna be bad. Oh, it's gonna be bad. And Canelo gonna look like, he gonna look like He-Man again.
He's back. Like he's back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He gonna look like he's back.
So Benavidez, to your point, and great segue with Canelo, Tim. You must be in the media, but Benavidez said nobody cares about that fight. That Canelo should be fighting him. Is he right about that?
Yeah, hell yeah. Canelo should have been done fought. Yeah. Benavidez. He should have been fought Benavidez, man. I don't understand. I really don't well, I do understand it. Canelo can't swallow that pride, man, and he can't. So some guys out there, and it kind of reminds me of Tank, right? They can't they won't be able to deal with themselves if they lose to this certain guy, right? And it always has to be with the same damn race. It's like, come on, like, don't you want to pass the torch, right? So it's like Canelo, Benavidez is probably the next guy up, but you the old vet. Don't you want to pass it? It's just like when De La Hoya fought against Chavez, and Chavez Senior passed the torch to De La Hoya.
Yeah.
Like here, I'm that guy, but you know what? Let's go. I'm older now. You know what? You beat me. You the next one on the throne. And that's respect, and that's the reason why I think a lot of people have a hard time with Canelo is because he doesn't have those codes. He doesn't live by that. It's a different generation, it's different day and age. So he's just
That's basically announcing the game plan months before the opening bell. And strangely, that confidence has only made fans even more nervous. Could this actually work? Or is Mbilli accidentally motivating Canelo even more? Fake breaking news, boxing Twitter has entered detective mode again. Some fans allegedly believe Canelo's quieter attitude isn't a sign of decline. It's the calm before something explosive. Others insist that fighters returning from surgery always face difficult questions until they prove otherwise. Nobody has evidence that guarantees either outcome, but everyone has an opinion. And every opinion somehow sounds louder than the last. Then another twist appears. Canelo shuts down rumors about several dream fights almost as quickly as they're mentioned. A Munguia rematch? Doesn't sound interested. Retirement? Not even thinking about it. More title opportunities? Absolutely. Bigger fights? Of course. Suddenly this comeback stops feeling like one event and starts looking like the opening chapter of an entirely new career phase. It's almost like this fight isn't the destination, it's the beginning. But Mbilli doesn't seem intimidated by any of that. If anything, reports suggest he's embracing the pressure. He's speaking like someone who knows the spotlight usually belongs to Canelo, but believes all it takes is one unforgettable night to rewrite boxing history. That's the dangerous part. Every challenger says they're confident. Very few genuinely sound convinced. Mbilli sounds convinced. And whether fans agree with him or not, that confidence is impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, another conversation starts spreading across social media. Is experience more valuable than momentum? Canelo has spent years fighting elite competition under the brightest lights imaginable. Mbilli arrives hungry, energetic, and eager to prove he belongs among boxing's biggest names. It's the classic storyline everyone loves, except this time both sides have convincing arguments. One represents legacy, the other represents opportunity. And boxing history has shown that those two forces rarely collide quietly. Then comes another unexpected twist. Several analysts begin describing Mbilli as one of the most physically demanding opponents Canelo could face at this stage. Not necessarily because he's the most famous, not necessarily because he's the biggest puncher, but because styles create stories, and styles create surprises. Fans online immediately started debating whether pressure fighting is exactly what Canelo wants, or exactly what he doesn't. Again, nobody truly knows until fight night. That's why every interview suddenly feels more important than ever. Fake breaking news. Someone just uploaded another training clip, and somehow everyone watched the exact same footage, yet reached completely different conclusions. One side says Canelo looks refreshed after recovery. Another says Mbilli's confidence proves he's already won the mental battle. Welcome to modern boxing, where every 10-second clip launches 1,000 debates. And just when you think the conversation can't get any louder, critics begin asking the question nobody wanted to hear. What if this isn't really about belts anymore? What if it's about legacy? Because championships can be won and lost, but reputations last forever. Canelo isn't simply fighting another opponent. According to many fans, he's defending everything people associate with his era. Mbilli isn't simply chasing a title. He's chasing the moment that could permanently elevate his career. Suddenly, the stakes feel much bigger than the official posters suggest. Then, another curveball arrives. Canelo continues speaking with remarkable composure while everyone around him creates dramatic headlines. Some viewers interpret that as supreme confidence. Others think it's veteran discipline. Either way, the contrast becomes impossible to ignore. The louder everyone else gets, the quieter Canelo appears, and somehow that silence keeps generating even more conversation. Meanwhile, Mbilli continues describing himself as someone who won't stop throwing punches from the opening bell. until the final seconds. That's either incredible confidence or the boldest promise anyone has made before stepping into the ring with one of boxing's biggest stars. Fans can't stop replaying those comments because they perfectly capture why this matchup suddenly feels impossible to predict. And now for one final twist that has completely changed the conversation. What if the biggest winner isn't decided by who gets their hand raised? What if this entire buildup has already accomplished something bigger? It has reminded everyone why boxing remains one of the most unpredictable sports in the world. One comeback, one challenger, endless theories, endless debates, endless speculation. Every interview creates another headline. Every workout creates another prediction. Every opinion immediately gets challenged by another opinion. That's why this story refuses to slow down. Not because anyone knows exactly what's going to happen, but because nobody does. And maybe that's the biggest reveal of all. Maybe the real mystery was never whether Canelo could come back, or whether Mbilli could shock the world. Maybe the real story is how one fight turned the entire boxing community into detectives searching for clues that might not even exist. So now the question comes to you. Are fans witnessing the beginning of Canelo's next championship run, or are they watching the exact moment a new superstar steps into the spotlight? Let me know what you think, because after everything we've just uncovered, the biggest surprise might still be waiting on fight night.